Okay, now you've got your wish. Let's hope you've got your wish. You have assessed both your blocks, the things that are sneaky negative thoughts that might be standing in the way. You also have acknowledged that you've got these skills, these wonderful attributes that are you and that you can mine from and use on the pursuit of achieving your wish. All of this is amazing. Now it is time for you to create what I would call a daring deadline. Now, if we do not have a deadline, chances are we are not going to do it because nobody is looking over you. You know, you're really on this journey alone. You're the CEO of your wish, meaning that if you don't set a deadline, it is all too easy and quite human to procrastinate, to just not do it. And nobody's going to know because it's your little secret. That's been the thing with wishing. It's kind of secret. You don't want to tell your wish. But if you don't tell your wish, how can people help you? If you don't say your wish, how can you hold yourself accountable to it? But when the rubber really meets the road is when you create a daring deadline. If someone were to go on, let's say, a marathon, they're pushing themselves because they know that there's a finish line. The finish line is giving you a place to be able to celebrate an achievement. Without a deadline, things can just stretch on to eternity. And you know, and I know very well for myself, that there is never a time that feels like it's safe and doable and a comfortable deadline. No, they have to be daring deadlines. So with my goal of having 1 million people wishing at once, on September 23rd, 2023, it's preposterous. I am recognizing that from where I stand right now with the people that I believe are in my network and on my newsletters, through my businesses and courses. It feels totally outrageous to think that I can go from where I am right now to this 1 million wishes. But guess what? I'm going to do it anyway. And if I didn't have the deadline, it wouldn't happen at all. And suddenly, by not only having a deadline, but by making myself go, okay, well, I'm going to have to move quickly. Here I am making a class. Did I wake up this morning thinking I was going to make a class? Nope. Did I feel intuitively the inspiration to do so? Yeah. Did I sit down and write an outline quickly over coffee? Yep. Did I say to myself, okay, well, if this is something that I want to do and I'm under a tremendous time crunch, let's just do it. Yes. All of those actions stemmed from the fact that I had a daring deadline. It's why I'm positioning this class as a 60-day dash to getting what you want. Because without that, we wouldn't do anything. So let's just admit that. So when you think about your wish, and you think about like kind of gearing up and getting started, what can be a deadline for you that feels good? Let's just start there, that feels good. Now maybe your wish is to create a really special reunion for your family that's 60 days from, now. Or maybe your wish is to, start your book. Like I'm not saying finish your book, but let's say you want to write a book, start your book. And your wish is it's going to feel so good to have your entire outline done in 60 days. Suddenly it's not, someday I'm going to write a book. Maybe what you're imagining is like having that outline that you're going to have to the new editor that you're going to hire to help you make your book happen. So find that daring deadline that both excites you and makes you a little bit nervous. That's the direction that you want to go. Excites you and makes you a little bit nervous. That is the arrow. That's the points of the arrow, because it wants to feel out of your comfort zone. Don't let yourself off the hook where it's too easy. And don't make it so crazy that it's going to give you anxiety. It's got to feel super fun and a little bit intimidating. But you have to pick. You just have to. Or this thing will turn into something that you watched once upon a time and you never did. So make your daring deadline. Put it in your calendar. Just let that vision that you saw, or a piece of that vision that you saw, commit to making that happen in 60 days. 60 days. Put it in your calendar. What's happening on that day? It could be just a portion of what you visualized. See if you can make that happen, and then we'll talk about making a plan. Now, if you have any questions, be sure to leave them in the comments below.